Hello, this is Michael with Western Reserve Independent Living Center coming to you with our latest newsletter. WRILC's Independent Living Newsletter, Issue 24-1, January 2024. Western Reserve Independent Living Center, opening doors to independence. In this issue, Section 1, Happy New Year! Christmas Party Thank You. Section 2, WRILC's Services Update. Section 3, Celebrate January 23rd, Ed Roberts Day. Section 4, Monthly Book Recommendation, Tech Corner, Recipe. Section 5, Celebrating the Holidays with Accessibility in Mind. Section 6, WRILC News and Events. Section 7, Calendar Items for January. Section 1, Happy New Year! On behalf of Western Reserve Independent Living Center staff and Board of Directors, we would like to wish all of our consumers a Happy New Year. We hope you had a safe and fun-filled holiday season. A new year means a new you. We want to encourage you to set a few goals for yourself this year. Push through, persevere, and achieve the goals you set. You can do it, and we're right here cheering you on. We have a couple exciting programs and events happening this year, including a couple new ones that are being offered, and we would love for you to participate and hope to see you there. Please continue to read our newsletters as they will explain in detail what we have going on in the many months to come. Remember to stay warm and cozy this winter season and use caution at all times, especially when there's hazardous weather conditions. Be safe, and we hope to see your faces soon. Photo description. Consumers who attended our Christmas party sitting around a table looking at the camera. The table has red and green tablecloths with decorations on them. The text reads, "Thank you so much for attending the first in-person Christmas party in over 3 years. It was great to see so many familiar and new faces. We hope you had as much fun as we did, and we look forward to seeing you again next year. The party was a great success, and we want to send a shout-out to WRILC staff for working hard to make this a fun, festive event. A special shout-out to Debbie and Tammy for decorating so beautifully, and Debbie for organizing and making this event possible. We all want to thank our guests for letting us kick off the holiday season with you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Your WRILC family." Section 2, WRILC's Services Update. Western Reserve Independent Living Center can help you stay productive and independent. At WRILC, it is our goal to help people with disabilities live their best lives independently. If you would like to learn more about our services, check out our Facebook page, our website at www.WRILC.org, or call us at 330-372-3325 and make an appointment with one of our staff members. Section 3, Celebrate January 23rd, Ed Roberts Day. Article researched and written by Melissa Walsh, member of the Board of Directors, the Independent Living Center of North Central Ohio. Ed Roberts, January 23, 1939 to March 14, 1995, is often considered the father of the independent living movement. When Ed was 14 years old, he was diagnosed with polio. As a result of this condition, he would live with significant disabilities. He was paralyzed from the neck down and had movement only in 2 fingers and several toes. He relied on an iron lung, an 800-pound tank respirator to breathe much of the time. Due to the limitations that resulted from his disabilities. Through his high school years, Ed was educated at home. In 1962, Ed graduated from high school, although they had threatened to not graduate him as he could not complete driver's and physical education. He applied to receive services from the state agency that was responsible for preparing persons with disabilities for employment. That agency was also responsible for providing persons with disabilities the education and training needed to reach their employment goals. The agency told him he was too severely disabled to attend college or to get a job, and the university hesitated to admit him. After advocating for his rights, Ed prevailed and was admitted to the University of Berkeley, California. A dormitory designed to adapt to his disability needs was developed. This led the way for the accessible dormitories across the country that exist today. Ed and other residents in the dormitory created a group that called themselves the Rolling Quads to advocate for the needs of students with disabilities, i.e., curb cuts. This was before any federal legislation such as the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA, was enacted. This was also the beginning of the disability rights movement. Ed graduated with a bachelor's degree in political science. He would later complete his graduate degrees. After graduation, Ed taught politics. At the same time, in Berkeley, disability activists founded a grassroots organization run by persons with disabilities to serve the needs of persons with disabilities. This was the first Center for Independent Living, CIL. Ed would become the leader of this organization. Ed later was appointed the director of the state employment agency that had once attempted to deny him services. At the same time, Ed was active in the disability rights movements that evolved into legislation designed to address the rights and needs of persons with disabilities. This disability legislation was much like the Civil Rights Act enacted in 1964 that provided rights to other minority groups. This legislation was also the precursor to the development of the Americans with Disabilities Act in 1990. This is the law that exists to enforce the rights of persons with disabilities. Today, there are mandated CILs across the country. Hence, our agency exists as a result of Ed Roberts' actions and leadership 60 years ago. As January 23rd is deemed Ed Roberts Day, our center would like to recognize this man and his contribution to the disability rights movement. A memorable quote from Ed Roberts: "We will not tolerate any more generations of young people with disabilities going through segregated education, segregated society, being dependent on their parents and public aid. We can make a difference in their future. If people with disabilities have a future, then everyone in our society will have a future." To learn more about Ed Roberts, check out the video Freewheeling on YouTube, https://www.youtube.com/watch?V equals CI3EK-TQI capital G capital Q, or visit https:// Ed Roberts and Associates.org. Section 4. Monthly Book Recommendation, Tech Corner, and Recipe. Book of the Month Recommendation: Just the Way You Are by Allison M. Boot. Author recommended by Michael Moore, WRILC Braille instructor. Misty Miles, the princess of a faraway land known as Starry Town, is like any other woman of her station, except for her disability. She has spent the majority of her 21 years high in a tower so that this, and the wheelchair that accompanies it, will remain a secret. Her parents' fear of the monarchy appearing weak as a result of Misty's condition necessitates this course of action. Their efforts to protect both Misty and the monarchy make her question her ability to do much of anything. Forget about reigning over a kingdom. Like most princesses, Misty has a Prince Charming. Her love is Derek Dennison, Prince of the neighboring kingdom of Mooncrest, who is a gifted dancer. Misty is unable to see Derek because not only is she stuck in an inescapable room, but there's also the matter of the long, as of yet unresolved feud between the two families. This conflict caused the once beloved kingdom of Starrycrest to break apart into two separate kingdoms. The princess soon realizes that she must take matters into her own hands. She goes to Travella, a troll rumored to grant wishes for a price. Misty's wish takes her on an interesting journey. She not only stares down self-doubt while ensuring that her kingdom and the kingdom of her beloved prince do not pay the ultimate price, but also contends with the rage of feuding families. To make matters all the more complicated, the princess is also faced with the challenge of finding a little girl she encounters in the course of her journey, who also has a disability, a permanent family. Allison M. Boot tackles the seriousness of some of the issues surrounding disability that make you want to keep reading. Amazon review. I like this book more than I expected to. I love the way the author approaches some very real challenges of dealing with a disability. I would recommend this book to anyone with a disability and those who want to learn more about how society may treat you when you have a disability. Allison M. Boot tackles the seriousness of some of the issues surrounding disability that makes you want to keep reading Misty's story. I can't wait to read her next book. If you would like information on how to obtain alternate formats of this book, call us at 330-372-3325 or email cindy@wrilc.org. Tech Corner. Cause and Effect Sensory Lightbox was originally created as an iPad app for a group of teenagers with complex needs including visual impairments, autism, and developmental disabilities. Lightbox has since proven popular with parents and teachers of much younger children with and without special needs. The app encourages development and basic awareness of touches and gestures through open-ended exploration and play. 21 different scenes with high-quality audio and abstract visuals are included. Scenes interact differently, but together provide pleasing effects in response to various combinations of taps, presses, sweeping, and controlled movements. Price $3.99. Device iPad and iPhone. Recipe: creamy garlic butter Parmesan chicken, made in a skillet and ready in no time flat. Lots of garlic is added to the generous, tasty sauce. Ingredients: 2 large chicken breasts. Breading: 4 tablespoons Bisquick mix or flour. 2 tablespoons Parmesan cheese, kind in a canister. 1/2 teaspoon salt. 1/4 teaspoon black pepper. Garlic butter Parmesan sauce. 2 tablespoons butter. 3 tablespoons crushed garlic. 1 1/4 cups chicken stock. 1 cup heavy cream. 1/4 cup grated mozzarella cheese. 2 tablespoons Parmesan cheese. 1/2 teaspoon dried cilantro or dried parsley. 2 tablespoons chopped fresh cilantro or parsley. Instructions: 1. Slice chicken breasts in half long ways. In small bowl, combine Bisquick or flour, Parmesan cheese, salt, and black pepper. Using a spoon mix on both sides of chicken cutlets. 2. In hot olive oil, in large frying pan, place all chicken cutlets and cook on both sides, turning frequently until golden brown and almost cooked throughout. 3. Garlic butter Parmesan sauce. In another frying pan, in butter, and over medium-low heat, stir garlic until turning golden. Add chicken stock, heavy cream, mozzarella cheese, and Parmesan cheese along with dried cilantro or dried parsley. 4. Cook until cheeses are mixed in well and melted. Add chicken and cook in the sauce 1 to 2 minutes until the chicken is tender and white throughout when cutting into a piece. Make sure not to overcook the chicken. Check it. Sprinkle with chopped fresh cilantro or parsley. Serve with mashed potatoes, rice, or egg noodles. Enjoy. Nutrition: 1 serving, 468 calories, 36 g protein, 32 g fat, 0.2 g fiber, 6 g net carbs. Did you know? World Braille Day, January 4th. Braille isn't a language, it's a code. Louis Braille invented Braille at age 15. Braille used for math is different than Braille used for writing the alphabet. Nemeth is the name of one system for writing math in Braille. Sheet music also has its own version of Braille. Instead of letters, the dots represent parts of music. Section 5. Celebrating the holidays with accessibility in mind. Even those of us who look forward to the holidays as a time to celebrate with friends and family know that this time of year can be complicated. relationships, diets, traditions, and finances are just a few things that need to be juggled. And for people with disabilities, this can be even more difficult. If you're hosting or helping put on any festivities, there are a few things you can keep in mind to make sure that everyone who attends, whether they have a disability or not, will feel known, valued, and included. Think about how people will move around the event. Are there any physical barriers that could affect someone with a disability involving their mobility? Look at the paths you expect guests to take from the entrance to the food, to the gifts, to the restrooms. Are spaces wide enough for a wheelchair or someone using a cane or walker? Are there any trip hazards such as tall rugs or power cords? Often, addressing these obstacles can be as easy as moving furniture over a few inches, especially when the weather outside is frightful. Temperature regulation can be challenging. One way to make guests comfortable is to have a stack of blankets available so that they can help themselves if it's too cold. This is good hosting in general. Disability or not, most people love being cozy in the winter. If you are serving alcoholic drinks, consider offering non-alcoholic versions such as mocktails. Often, alcohol can negatively interact with medications, so providing the option to have a fun holiday drink that won't have any unexpected effects will make your gathering memorable. Examples could be eggnog with the liquor left out, or spiced cider alongside with mulled wine. The possibilities are endless. Depending on the specifics of your plans, there are all kinds of ways to spread holiday cheer by making your celebrations more accessible for everyone. If there's someone you have in mind who may have accessibility needs that you're not sure about, just ask them. Section 6, WRILC News and Events. Consumer Corner. Let's help this section grow. Do you have something you would like to share in our newsletter? Jokes, poems, comments, questions, events, shout-outs to WRILC staff or our agency? How about a classified section for a piece of assistive equipment you want to donate or sell? Let us know by email cindy@rilc.org or phone 330-372-3325. Classified ads. Able Life Space Saver Rollator, lightweight folding mobility rolling walker for seniors and adults. 6-inch wheels, locking brakes, and padded seat with backrest. Cobalt blue, opened, new in box, $75. Contact 330-553-0039. Put your ad here. Are you looking for a used piece of equipment? Do you have a gently used assistive item for sale, or you want to donate your old assistive equipment to someone? List anything from bathroom aids to vehicles and accessories for free in our classifieds. Note, an email address or phone number is required in order to post a classified ad. Call 330-372-3325 or email cindy@wrilc.org for details. Do you have transportation issues? Please share any feedback, questions, or concerns with WRILC's transportation advocate, Carl Clemens, at 330-372-3325, extension 108. Section 7. Calendar items for January. January 1st. Happy New Year. January 4th. World Braille Day. January 5th. Fresh Start to a New, Healthier You workshop, 12 p.m. on Zoom. January 9th. Trauma-Informed Care Support Group, 11 a.m. on Zoom. January 10th. Disability Education Workshop, ADHD, Autism, Mental Health, 12 p.m. January 15th. Martin Luther King Day. Office closed. January 16th. Alcohol Addiction Awareness Class for New Year's Goals of Sobriety, 10:30 in person and Zoom. January 17th. Stress and Anxiety Peer Support Group, 11 a.m. January 23rd. Maternal Health Awareness Day webinar, 1 p.m. Zoom. And Ed Roberts Day. January 25th. Mental Health Day. Effects of the Pandemic and Social Media, 11 a.m. in person and on Zoom. January 26th. Blind and Visually Impaired Peer Support Group, 10:30 a.m. on Zoom. Our offices will reopen on Wednesday, January 3rd at 8 a.m. From all of us here at WRILC, have a safe holiday season. To join workshops or peer support groups, see newsletter, Facebook, or call in to the office for information to join. 330-372-3325. Thank you for taking the time out for our newsletter. Western Reserve ILC is a local 501c3 nonprofit agency servicing the needs of persons with disabilities in Ashtabula, Columbiana, Mahoning, and Trumbull counties. We are a community-based, non-residential agency whose core services are free. If you would like to receive a Braille, email, or audio copy of this newsletter each month, please contact us to find out more about becoming a WRILC consumer. You can contact us at 330-372-3325.